Alright guys, we're covering arteries and veins and capillaries. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood. Veins carry oxygen-poor blood. Arteries bring blood from the heart to the body. Veins bring the blood that has been used, that used oxygen already, back to the heart to get filtered. Capillaries have the same capacity, but they're very tiny. In reality, capillaries look like this. Tiny, they're very microscopic. Anyhow, this is a real picture of a vein wall. The wall inside your vein. It's gonna look kind of like this. And this is your artery. Arteries have like a very heavy pressure or flow of blood. That's the reason you see it maintaining its shape, its round shape. And it's pretty strong. So God forbid, if you have a cut right here on the vein, it will bleed, and there is a high tendency that you will stop bleeding. But God forbid, if you have a deeper cut, it's very dangerous and you really need like medical assistance right away. And over here, because the pressure is so high, it's very hard to stop the blood from here unless you have medical assistance. Okay, and we are going to cover blood. Our blood is made up of plasma, 48% roughly, red blood cells, 50%, could be more, we're just estimating. Platelets and white blood cells make 2% of it. So why would we say we have fewer white blood cells and platelets? Platelets, what they do is if we have a cut, it clots the blood right there like a seal. It just seals it. And after it seals it, you'll see like it's forming. That's the reason you're not supposed to fidget with your wounds, because you will not let it seal. After that, so this is the job of the platelet. White blood cells are there for our defense, to support our immunity. They're few right now in this picture because the person is pretty healthy. God forbid you have a virus, or if you have a bacterial infection, all these white blood cells will multiply and they will try to attack the virus and help you support a healthy body, basically healthy body cells. But what happens while this is at work, we feel sick. So that's the story behind white blood cells and platelets. So we are coming back to the arteries and vena cavas, aorta, superior aorta, inferior aorta, and superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. As we mentioned in our previous video and in class, the superior vena cavas, they're bringing blood from above the shoulder area to the heart. Inferior brings it from the lower body and it brings it to the heart in the right atrium, where everything happens. Please watch the video on heart to understand this. And then when the filtration is done and the blood comes back, the pure oxygen-rich blood comes back through the lungs to the heart, left atrium, then it goes to the ventricle, aortic valve, and then it shoots up in the aorta, superior aorta, and it supplies this area. These tubes, they take it up to the head and the shoulders above this area, and then the extension of the aorta, which is inferior, takes it to the body, and then it keeps dividing into smaller arteries, and then arterial, like basically capillaries, and yeah, and it will just go, it will get tinier as we go down. As you may see, the veins and arteries and the fingers are pretty tiny. So this is the reason when we bleed from our fingers, we bleed very little, and when we bleed from somewhere else, the thicker the artery or the thicker the vein will bleed more. As I mentioned, like if you have a very deep cut, it might be an artery and it will hurt a lot. That's how you know you hit an artery. So this is it, guys. So inshallah, see you in class in the next video.